Hey everybody, today we're going to be taking Vex through the Grand Heist Draft Adventure. Now I think Vex is one of the best champions you can take into a draft, and I'll tell you why in just a second, but first let's go through the loadout. I got big guns just to make my Gloom a little bit bigger. I got Echoing Spirit so that her champion spell costs one less. Vex has a really good, cheap champion spell that draws cards, so that's going to be great. And Searing Brilliance. More cost reduction and more draw on your spells, and her spells are really key, especially in this draft mode. So why I like Vex in the draft mode is for one of her bonus stars, and that is this one right here. Damaging spells you acquire in adventures have Charging Sigil 3. That's 4 damage on every spell you get that you draft, which is just absurd, and also stuff that you get in the shop as well. So we're going to take Vex through this adventure, and another reason I'm playing Vex is because she's a Bandle City champion, and you need a Bandle City champion if you want to complete the adventure. So I think Vex is one of the best Bandle City champions in the game, and she's also a Shadow Isles champion. So if you're new and you're thinking of putting resources into a character, I think Vex is a great choice because it's 2 different regions, and she's just very powerful, as you're about to see. So we'll go into the 6.5 adventure here and start drafting. For support champions, I mostly just like anything cheap because they come with this thing right here. Play Grant Enemies Gloom. I just don't really care what the champion is or what they do. If they're cheap, then I'll play them and get this effect. I like Nami here. We're going to be playing a lot of spells. She's pretty cheap, and she also comes with this Charging Sigil on the tidal wave. We get to draw a champion, so let's take that. This legendary is really good, but not as good for Vex since I'm trying to do a lot of spell-based stuff, but I'm just going to take it anyway. It's totally fine. So here we're going to be looking for spells. Any kind of spell is going to have that Charging Sigil on it. So far, nothing. Okay, well, there's our champion spell here, but I don't really want to be manifesting, so we'll just take the portal, I think. That one's great. What's interesting about this Formless Blade here is it says it can't drop below 1 health from this damage, but Vex does not do damage. Vex does Gloom. So that's really great. Let's just take one of these. Okay, Poison Dart. We have not been super lucky on the draft so far. Okay, that's pretty good, and this is also pretty good as well. Just take, yeah, we'll take the Howling Gale, mostly because it's gonna start in my hand. Powder Keg is fine. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. These are the kinds of cards that make Vex a really good drafting champion. This is crazy. It's going to do 5 damage to 3 things, and it might be free when you play it too. So an okay draft right there. We got some filler, and we got some amazing cards. Okay, so we saw the Searing Brilliance hit the Formless Blade here, so it negated the extra 1 cost of the double damage here. So this thing is going to be, I can't even tell how much damage that's going to be. It's double 6, 12? 12 Gloom? Something like that. We're keeping the whole hand. I don't really have to do anything. I'm just going to pass and let them play something. They didn't. It's totally fine. I'm control. So I do not mind just banking the 3 mana into spells here. So now I get to 14 damage. We'll go ahead and just put that on this. So when this guy dies, these guys are going to also get Gloom. And now I can just play the Nami and they'll both get gloomed and die.
I won't let my home be swallowed by darkness.
The Emperor commands, the land obey.
Let's just take them both out.
Our sun rises.
So you might have been noticing that the enemy is taking a bunch of damage. That's one of the things that Vex does. I'm going to get a free attack with my bonus Vex here.
Miles, make it stop!
Whenever something on the computer side dies out of combat, it deals 4 damage.
Stupid.
Which we're going to... They'll just die right now. That was super easy. Yesterday I played that adventure with Anivia and took quite a bit of damage. I took none there. Vex is just very, very good. I don't care about any of these. I'm just going to take the cheapest thing. And item chest is fine. I don't care about any of these either. I'm just not adding more stuff. These are all good. So the Echoing Spirit, in addition to making her champion spell cost less, means that I'm very, very likely to draw Vex, which is pretty good because her leveled up version means you get extra gloom, double gloom on everything. So you do want to have at least one Vex around if possible. I'm just going to play the Nami.
My people are counting on me.
At the end of the turn, all the glooms are going to go off. So I don't really care about killing them. I'm just going to let them shrink. And now I can play Vex, and when Vex attacks the fake one, we also get another gloom.
I should have stayed in bed.
I totally don't care that they're getting captured, because as soon as these things pop, we're going to get them back. And in fact, that makes it a good thing, because I can play Vex again next turn and maybe have 2 of them on the board. And now they can't attack.
Not even my birthday! That's new. You're provoking it.
I'm just going to do this because it's burst speed. Just get it out of the way, get some damage. And at the start of the next turn, we're going to get a second Vex and a Nami, which I believe means I'm going to be getting triple Gloom, if I'm not mistaken, because I'll have both of these guys are adding extra Gloom.
My dear friend, you weren't gone long, but I worried every second.
So here's the 0 cost. This is why I like Echoing Spirit, because you can play that, but we don't really need to do that. We can, this should just kill this guy, I believe.
Ride the surging tides.
Yeah.
With the power of time, the possibilities are endless.
I don't like that this is random, but let's give it a try. If it hits this guy, then he... Well, we got him. That doesn't matter.
I guess that was a little bit cool.
So, hopefully by now you're seeing why I think Vex is just awesome in these draft adventures. I'm once again not getting the spell damage on my cards, which is not great, but whatever. I can draw a card for one. It's totally usable. And then in the shop, wow. Nothing. Well, what's interesting about that is I've had not a very great draft run, and you can still see how smoothly it's going. You don't need that much going for you as Vex. You just need a couple of good cards. The champion herself is good. Get its cheap support champion, and you can just kind of do whatever you want. There we go. Got this thing again. All you need are a couple of good abilities like this one, and it's over. Let's go ahead and let them make some more guys. I'm going to just take this guy out, and then it'll shrink this, which will also be shrunk at the end of the turn. In fact, if I play this now, I get a Poro, and I think they might block the Poro. Yeah, that's good, because then this thing will die at the end of the turn. I don't want this thing, this hidden guy, to turn into whatever it's going to turn into. Yeah. Well, we got another one. I can shrink it a little bit with the Vex here.
I'll make your midnight dreary.
Okay, well, Vex is going down, but it's totally not.
Scared.
Oh, I guess... What? I thought they were gonna... They really wanted that 7 damage, I guess. And now this thing's gone. I'm just gonna get the damage where it is. It's not that important to optimize attacks with a character like this, because most of your damage is just gonna come from doing this kind of thing. Glooming them and then they die. Yeah, they didn't even block, so now they're gonna take 4 extra damage. They really should have just blocked it. Okay, I'm gonna pop that spell shield. Okay.
Ride the surging tide. Gaze upon me and despair.
I could totally take this guy out, but honestly, I don't care about the Nami. I'm gonna let him take her out, and for no other reason, but I get to, well, I could just play her again now, actually. But I'm gonna just do this, get the damage, and now I get to do 4 extra damage to this guy because it's out of combat. If I kill him in combat, then I don't get the 4 damage. And I value that 4 damage more than I value having Nami on the board. None of this matters. Alright, we got another one down real easy. So this one, I just did this one yesterday. I have this fresh in my mind. This is going to be a weird one, because we are not going to kill this with damage. Okay, we got spell burn. That's great. I'm totally fine with just that. Just more damage. What I was saying is you can't kill this guy with damage, not normally anyways. So we're gonna have to, I want different types of cost cards. So I don't want to cut this 5 because I want to have a 5. Let's just 3. I don't even know if I want to cut any cards. I kind of like just having lots of different stuff. Maybe it's just this line them up. I do want to cut something. Actually, yeah, the line 'em up is not great because I do have the Mel relic that is copying a card, and we don't want that to get copied. We got Make It Rain. That's amazing. So I'm looking for some different cost cards. We're probably going to draw Vex, so I'm just going to shuffle her back in and look for, we got 1, 2, 3. No Vex. Oh, there she is. Alright, so I need it 2. So for this adventure, I just got to play cards that cost what this costs. And it's really irrelevant what else I play. I'm actually going to pass here, and they're almost certainly going to play something, and then I'll play this 2 cost card and take this guy out. Go ahead. Alright, that's enough. I'm not going to greed any more than that. And just pass. I could play Akshan and get a free Akshan attacking them, but it's not really going to do anything. We got a 3 here. We got a 3 here. This will make a small chain reaction because it'll kill this and then this, and not the entire way, but
My quest is dangerous, but I will see it through.
I don't care again what happens to the Nami, so we can just let that be. Alright, we got a 1. Let's get this guy out here. We got a 2.
Oh, I've never met anyone like you. Let the tide carry you.
Alright, Vex is good even against this part of the adventure. Zero. Okay. Going very smooth. Finally, we get the 4.
I'll make your
And we should win right here, whatever the next... Okay. We actually do have a 5. And that's it.
power the sunshine and rainbows.
And that's why I kept that, that 5 cost card in the deck. I don't really want the card. I don't think it's very good for this deck anyways. But you saw what it did. Ooh, Scout is pretty interesting because we have the free attack. Normally I'd probably just take Focusing Crystal, but since we have the free guy attacking, we can get a free Scout attack and get an extra attack that way. If we play Vex on a turn where we are not the attacker, we get to attack. That's pretty cool. I don't care about any of these really. Overwhelm is fine. And we'll take on the Vicious Enemy. This guy's power is that you lose if they get to 80 health. But so far I have never seen this character come close to getting to 80 health. We got 0 cost Poison Dart. I'm glad we did, because these things have Spell Shield. These are very annoying. But, okay, we'll just take the Ledros. I'll probably never play it. But, since this guy wants to stack health, might as well take a big guy that punishes them for having a bunch of health. Not that I think that they will. Let's just play them now.
Swallowed by darkness. Never seen a contraption like this before.
Okay. And this is going to set up a kill at the end of the turn, because this will put him to 1 and him to 2, and then when he goes down, he'll go down. None of these generated cards are very relevant. That does nothing. I don't think I care if I overdraw. And I like the cards that are in my hand for the most part. So I don't, yeah. I didn't need that card anyway.
Not even my birthday!
See, we get to scout here now. And now we get to attack. Pretty neat. Oh, they're still playing stuff, huh? Okay. Well. None of these matter. We're getting enough of these sigils that I might actually be able to play one of these pretty soon. Yeah, why not? How often do you get to play Commander Ledros in your Vex deck? Why is that doing 16? Wow.
Everything is
Take the value scout attack. They're just not even bothering. Drew into all those puff caps. I totally forgot that there were even puff caps in there. I was just using the puff cap dart to take out all the enemies. I wasn't even thinking about the poison that was stacking in the deck. Here I'm going to just take this one because it's already in my deck, and if I find a place to cut cards, I can cut it out. Because I totally do not need that pretty mediocre ally there. This is perfect. Mana flow is good on every single champion. I'll just always take that 100%. So another reason Vex is super good is because you see on adventures like this one where it says the foe has a chance to summon Dune Swallower. I 100% do not care when I'm playing Vex if they're summoning extra guys or not, because you know, the more the merrier. Come out here and deal more damage to your Nexus for all I care. I'm just gonna pass because they will definitely play something. I think they've got more. Go ahead. There we go. Now I'm gonna play the Nami, which is gonna gloom all three.
I won't let my home be swallowed by darkness.
I got this on 0 cost again. This is gonna chain, and they're... Wait, do I need to? Yeah, I'll just do it. Put the puff caps in. We got some more irrelevant cards. I'm just gonna play the auction. Just get him out of my... Oh, I forgot I hadn't even attacked yet. Even though they're about to die at the end of the turn, I have so much value. I'm just gonna play this, put more puff caps in. That way, I don't want them blocking, because then I miss out on all these little ping damages.
I can't back down.
Take the children to safety now.
And this thing is just gonna die from the Vex attack, and I get my scout.
Miles, make it stop. Surge forth.
I'm just gonna attack. Yep, I don't care. There we go, and then we've got the Make It Rain. Oh right, spell burn. Any spell would have done it. Okay, well, now I could take this and cut this. I'm actually more interested in cutting this than the minion, because I don't want this to get the Searing Brilliance trigger. And I don't necessarily mind having sort of a biggish minion, since we have the copy skill that gives us the minion that's going in. It doesn't really matter what power I'm getting here. This is Dunzo. Ezreal has no chance. So we're going to go ahead and cut the Spirit Journey. This will free up some space in my hand and make sure that I don't get that procced onto our Mel relic. Pretty good loadout of powers here. Not a high roll by any sort of stretch, although the Scout Vex into the free Vex is pretty neat. The only reason I'm booting back Vex is because you're very, very likely with the echoing, whatever that echoing spirit, to draw one. There are so many copies of Vex, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass. They're gonna play some things. This adventure likes to swarm, I know that, which is gonna be great for me because now I get to shrink them all. So this is why I like the cheap support champions. Just put Gloom on everything. Let them play out whatever they're going to play out. It's very uncommon, I have found, for the computer to not play something if you pass. Especially in these very, very high-end adventures. Maybe in the low-end ones, you might pass and then they won't have anything because they only have 1 mana or 2 mana. But once you get to these higher end ones where they start with 5 mana, they're definitely playing something.
I don't need rules to know.
And once again, I could just wait for the end of the turn, but I'm just going to get my attacks in. They've got 110 health over here. And they're still just going to drop like it doesn't matter. In fact, why don't we go ahead and just get a bunch of poison in their deck? Sounds fun to me. In fact, look at all these Titanic things we're getting here. We might, if we can get the rally guy. We did not get the rally guy. I'm not going to play this because next turn I'm going to play Ledros and he's going to do 35 damage or something like that.
Time for a true display of
Oh, and no, on play. I was going to say, does the copied Ledros also do it? He does not. 45 damage coming in off of a 1-cost Ledros. What a weird game. I could play Vex here, but I kind of want to get the free Vex. So, let's do this. Wow. Slightly punished here for putting these poison darts face instead of using it to pop these guys, but it's not gonna matter. I meant to do this after combat because now I lost out on the scout, but once again I don't think it's gonna matter whatsoever. Whatever, those are ephemeral, so they're all gonna die. Sure. None of this matters. And as I've said, I do not mind them getting all these extra guys, because if I can gloom them, which I definitely can, then they're just gonna all pop each other, and yeah, this is the game right here. 29. Look at him go. Yeah. And that's why Vex is one of my favorite champions. Just watching them, it doesn't matter how many guys you have, just bring them all on. They're all just going to kill the enemy Nexus even faster. So nice and easy run there with Vex. That was even easier than the Anivia one I had yesterday, which was also a clean S run. So yeah, Vex, very good champion. Counts as Bandle City and Shadow Isles. So anytime you got an adventure that needs one of those champions, this is a great option. But especially for draft, you see we got to draft some really cool stuff here. We ended up with this zero cost poison dart, did a lot of work. This formless blade just straight up kills. It doesn't reduce them to 1 health. And the make it rain, obviously super good. So all you need are a few good, I didn't even have an ideal draft here by any stretch, but you get a couple of good ones and that's all you need for Vex, really. So hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys later.